Namaskar, friends. This is Shekhar Mayanil coming up with episode number 13 of Bharat CharitAmrit Sindhu. Um, Before I begin, I like to bow down to Ganeshji Maharaj and Hanumanji Maharaj also, who is none other than my own breath. My breath is Hanumanji. So I bow down to him. Uh, Having chosen Bharat CharitAmrit Sindhu, it is most difficult uh, thing I've ever done in my lifetime. Most difficult because Bharatji cannot be understood by the intellect or a brain. It is not possible. So I just scratch the mindset is everything. I was thinking of that idea for early on, right? Mindset is everything. Now I don't think Bharatji could be understood by mindset. You have to have heart set to understand Bharatji, and that's what I have been struggling with. My tug of war was going between mindset and heart set. So finally I said, no way, mindset has to go. It is a heart set, and it is a particular heart set that makes me understand Bharatji. And other than that, it is not possible. So let me share my slides today. And in the meantime, you can subscribe to my channel, Yogic Realization. So this is Jo na hot jag janam Bharat ko sakal dharma dhuri dharani dharat ko. Had Bharat ji was not born into this world, who on this earth would have championed the cause of virtue in its entirety? Virtues, all the good virtues that exist in this planet, all, if that was made to become one whole, that was Bharatji. So even Ramchandraji finds it difficult, even Janakji finds it difficult to describe Bharatji's character. It is so oceanic in nature. I think it is beyond ocean. Because see, something ocean is something that you have uh, a simile to, just like ocean. No, no, no. He is beyond ocean. Ocean is also limited when we say regarding Bharatji. So Bharatji's journey to Chitrakoot teaches us how to do Dhyaan practice or Dhyaan Sadhana or meditation practice. So this is what we will talk about today. Before that, there are a couple of questions that I have had. So one friend says, please show us the video of the way a neuron makes connection and how it resembles Bharatji's gait, the way he walks, and his journey towards Chitrakoot is not straight. It is mixed with it is his movements are mixed with his emotions. So the more he is feeling love for his brother, he moves further, and he knows his brother's greatness that drives him towards him. But the moment he thinks about his mother's wickedness, so-called wickedness, then he feels, no, if my brother finds out that I am the son of that mother, then he'll run away into another forest. That is his big. And that makes him walk slow. Maybe he walks behind a little bit and maybe he feels miserable that he cannot even go and see him. So that kind of a tug of war is going on in his mind. So when he thinks about the past, he thinks about his mother. When he thinks about the future, like meeting Ram, uh, he thinks that it is beautiful. Ram's charitra is so beautiful. He is so compassionate that he'll accept me, and that makes him walk faster. So that is the tug of war that is going on in his mind. So now, what is this whole process of Bharatji's journey towards Chitrakoot teach? So the question is, what can a person who is interested in Dhyan Sadhana or meditation practice learn from Bharatji's this kind of a behavior? So as I'm switching slide, in the meantime, I'm going to show you the way the neuron makes connections, right? That's what I thought. So please kindly share and subscribe this and like this video. And of course, to the subscribe to the Yogic Realization YouTube channel. So I am going to switch. Uh, Okay, there you are. So this is let's say this was a Bharatji. This particular neuron was a Bharatji, and he is moving further. As he is moving further, he thinks about his mother's behavior, and then what happens? He he moves. As he is moving further, he retracts now. He retracts. And again he thinks, what should I do? What should I do? Again he thinks about his Lord's, his Ramchandraji's nature, and then he moves further. Again the same thought again keeps coming back to him. What if Ramchandraji thinks that I am the one who is the cause of his being into the forest, and my mother's evil design has caused this hardship to my brother, then what will he think? He might run away into another forest. So this kind of a thing is going on constantly in his mind. But then he keeps moving. He keeps moving little bit every day. And then what happens is he finally meets Ram. So that is what we are going to be talking about. And how this whole neuronal behavior and Bharatji's behavior, all that is linked to our Dhyaan Sadhana. So that's what it is. Okay. समुझ मात करतब सकुचाई करत कुतर्क कोटि मन माही राम लखन सिय सुनि मम नाउ उठ जनि अनत अनत जाहि तजि ठाउ. He thinks, as he was thinking about that, as he thought of what his mother had done, like mother and me are responsible for having this hardship to my brother. He felt diffident and formed ill conjectures of fallacious arguments of every kind in his mind. So see, when he is thinking about the past, what his mother has done, he thinks miserable. But when he thinks about the Lord, his beautiful nature, his kind, compassionate, loving heart, then he thinks, oh, great. So, but then he also thinks that what if my brother finds out that I am the one who is the cause for his hardship. Maybe he might leave to some other forest, another place. So this tug of war is what we will be talking about. So what is Bharatji's profound contribution? What is the Bharatji's profound contribution to Dhyan Sadhana is what we will be talking about. Now what is happening is he's moving one step at a time, and he sees a big mountain range there, which is called Chitrakoot, and his friend Guha and Kevat all were there. So they show him where Ramchandraji is having his ashram, right? Now the more closer he goes, what happens is Sakal Sumangala Sadhana Suhavan. So he feels Bharatji's heart is beating faster and faster with excitement and anticipation of meeting Sri Ram as he sees his ashram, right? And then Karat Praves Mite Dukh Dava Jan Jog Paramarth Pava. Dekhe Bharat Lakhana Prabhu Aage Puche Vachana Kahata Anurage. So what happened is as Bharatji entered the vicinity of that ashram, all his woes and affliction disappeared. Because that ashram has such a powerful vibrations, a positive vibration that will destroy all your afflictions and woes. It seems as if a yogi, a mystic has realized the supreme truth. That is exactly what his feelings were then. Bharat saw Lakshmanji standing before the Lord and affectionately answering few questions. So what was that? So just imagine Bharatji is way behind, somewhere in the deep in the behind the trees and things like that, and he can see Ramchandraji's back and Bharatji's front, but Bharatji cannot see him because Bharatji's vision is masked by Sri Ram. So Lakshmanji's vision is masked by Sri Ram standing in front. So Lakshmanji is explaining few things to Ram, and this is what he is seeing right now. So But then Lakshmanji saw something much more. न सानुज सखा समेत मगन मन बिसरे हर्ष शोक सुख दुख मन गन पाहि नाथ कहि पाहि गोसाई भूतल परे लकुट की नाई बचन सपेम लखत लखन पहचाने करत प्रणाम भरत जिय जाने कहत सप्रेम नाई मही माथा भरत प्रणाम करत रघुनाथा उठे राम सुन प्रेम धीरा कहूँ पट कहूँ निसंग धन तीरा कहूँ पट कहूँ निसंग धन तीरा पाहि नाथ कही पाहि गोसाई भूतल परे लकुट की नाई भूतल परे लकुट की नाई. Now what happened? His Sakha, Guha, and his younger brother was so enraptured that the joy and the sorrow, pain and the pleasure all were forgotten. Uttering the word, "Protect me, Lord, protect me, save me, my master," Bharatji fell flat on the ground like a log. And Lakshmanji recognized this voice, this loving voice. In complete surrender and Sharanagat, Bharatji said that, "Oh Lord, please save me," because he thinks he is guilty of this hardship that Rasi Ram and Lakshmanji and Sitaji is facing. I is there any? I mean, he previously he thinks that even if he punishes me, the worst punishment, still I am worth it. I am worth more than anything worst he can give it to me. But I know he will not do it because he is so kind. He is so compassionate. Hence he requests Lord, he said, protect me, save me, my master. So he fell like a log. And Lakshmanji suddenly recognized his voice and he said, Bharatji is making obeisance to you, O Lord. Please. And the moment he heard this, overwhelmed with emotion, Sri Ram flung himself as soon as he heard this. His robe flying in one direction, his quiver flying in another direction, the bows and the arrows all were scattered everywhere. Normally, he never leaves his this bow and arrow. Even if he sleeps, it is always with him. But in front of a devotee like Bharatji, even that also is unimportant to him. Bharatji is that important to him. And then what happened? बरबस लिए उठाए उर लाए कृपा निधान बरबस लिए उठाए उर लाए कृपा निधान भरत राम के मिलन लखी बिसरे सबही अपान. And what happened? The all compassionate Lord forcibly lifted Bharatji, who was crying, and clasped him close to his heart. Everyone who witnessed this meeting of Bharat and Sri Ram lost all consciousness, self-consciousness. Even Sri Ram was crying. Everybody was crying there because it is overflowing love from Bharatji and Sri Ram. That was what it was there that time. मिलन प्रीत किमि जाई बखानी. आहा. मिलन प्रीति किमि जाई बखानी कभी कुल अगम करम मन बानी परम प्रेम पूरन दो भाई मन बुद्धि चित अहमित बिसराई. Aha. See, how can you describe this? It is not possible by words. Gira anayana nayana binubani. It says no, the vani, the speech has no eyes, but it can talk about it. And eyes have no speech. Eyes have seen it, but cannot talk. And The one who can talk has not seen. So that there is a big gap between between what you have seen, experienced, and what you can express. The experienced and the expressed are separated by a huge valley. It cannot be filled up by anything. It is mana buddhi chitta ahimita visaraya, means man buddhi chitta ahankar all are annihilated at that point. There is nothing left for you to describe. How can this affectionate meeting be described? He said, it was unapproachable to any poet in thought, word, or deed alike. The two brothers overflowed with supreme affection. Their mind, reason, intellect, and ego were all lost. को किछु कहा न कोई किछु पूछा प्रेम भरा मन निज गति छूझा. The loving heart, so much loving heart, eventually goes into its own nature. मन निज गति छूझा, अपनी in its own self nature. That is where the heart which is filled with love reaches always. And that is exactly what the drop merging into the ocean means. Is there anything to talk after that? No. Let us to whet the appetite of some of the friends who want the neuroscience part of it. I don't want to discuss this, but still I would like to talk a little bit because it tells us how a meditation practitioner, the one who is practicing meditation, Dhyaan Sadhana, how what are the pointers that Bharatji is showing in his behavior throughout his. So initially what happens is when you are sitting in for meditation, just say, what happens? The mind wanders and the thought begin to stray in the beginning of this meditation practice, right? So that is exactly what Bharatji is excited. When he is all excited, he wants to go to meet Ram. He come he motivates everybody to let's go and see Ram, and everybody are ready and they are going. And while they are going, that is the sitting part of the meditation. While they are going, thoughts come. Thought, which kind of thought? समुझि मात करतव सकुचाई करत कुतर्क कोटि मन माही. Kutarka means all negative thoughts. Kutarka means contrary thought, sankalpa, vikalp, all those kind of things. In intention, counter intention, everything is mixed up now. Future thinking, past thinking, all these things keep coming. That is exactly Ram Lakhan says, Sune man now, uthi jayate, which means he thinks that if he's finds Ramchandraji finds out that I am coming, then he will might run away. So that is the future thinking, right? Anticipation of unnecessary negative thinking, right? And of course, and he thinks my mother has been the reason, and I am the one because of me, everything is happening. So these kind of counter intention, past thoughts, present thought, all are coming together. And that makes you tired and you get out of meditation. You get up. It's not for me. This is not my cup of tea. And that is exactly when people start to quit. And then what happens is if you continue walking like Bharatji was, he continued walking and he met a lot of great saints like Bharadwaj Muni and all those people he met, and they all encouraged him. So satsang is very important during dhyan practice also. That satsang is what allows you to stay a little longer, 1 more minute more, 10 more minutes more. That's exactly how that is. Now what happened? This wandering mind, this awareness of distraction is picked up by the salience network of the brain, which comprises of insular and anterior cingulate cortex. So this is what happens. So this particular thing and this particular thing, they pick up this distracting thought and they allow you to do what? They allow you to disengage this distracting thought and refocus on the rhythmic breathing that is uh, the fundamental part of your meditation practice, right? So, so this is basically from here to here is your effort, but more so of the effort of satsang. The satsang is what makes this happen, right? And after some time, dorsolateral prefrontal cortex sustain the focus on the rhythmic breathing. This is what happens. This particular study was done in Wisconsin from deep meditators and all that, and beginners and few years and 10 years and 40 years, those kind of different meditators, and they have found through functional MRI scanning data that this is what constantly happens to everybody whosoever is starting in meditation practice. So Bharatji's uh, journey from Ayodhya to Chitrakoot is a pure depiction of the Dhyaan Sadhana, right? And then what happened? After all that, even the focus on the rhythmic breathing is transcended. When you meet Lord Ram, everything is it's just stopped. Man, buddhi, chit, ahankar, breathing, everything is stopped right there. Breathing also, you don't, probably you're not breathing that time. You're merging in the ocean. It's just done. You're done. So you're into your consciousness space, your true nature, and so this is exactly what the 3D states to 4D states to 5D states of consciousness mean. I'll show you. When the 3D state of consciousness means is ego phantom identity, separateness, fear. Bharatji having fearful thoughts about whether Ramchandraji will, will not see his face and run away into some other forest. And limited feeling, struggle, all constant struggling, tug of war is going on. And linear logical thinking is going on, non-authentic, non-aligned, dualistic thinking. So this kind of a separateness, the feeling guilty, these are the kind of ego phantom thought, uh, phantom identity, right? Which is not true, but it is just showing up. That is the initial part of the meditation practice, and that is what cannot, that does not sustain practice. You quit because of this. But if you just hang in there a little bit, if somebody encouraging you, you can do it. You can do it. See, if I can do it, you can do it better. That is what satsang does. Uh, uh, Bharadwaj Muni also said. He said to Bharatji that all the good deeds that you have anybody has done allows us to have a darshan of Sri Ram. And after darshan of Sri Ram, the the benefit that you get is to have your darshan. So you are that good. So he was building up his self-esteem to a very higher quality level, right? So this is what happens. So when you hang in there, so this is what happens. So if you continue to, because if you do not, if you come here and come back, if you don't continue with the satsang and the practice, you will go back again and you will quit. Whereas if you continue, this is what happens. This is the integration phase or the aligning phase or the healing phase, right? That is exactly what is he is almost standing at the threshold of a breakthrough. So the teacher or the guru always explains, don't worry, everything is fantastic. You are doing great. You're always standing at the threshold of a breakthrough. So he encourages that encouragement is the satsang part of it. And if you continue with that, then what happens? Then you are merged. This is exactly how the egolessness happens. Egolessness is when you see love only, your heart is so filled with love that the filled up heart with the heart filled with love is unlimited, is a drop which has merged into the ocean, is the heart which has realized its true nature. Heart filled with love is the heart which realizes its true nature. And that's why Heart set is everything, not mindset anymore. It is different. The unlimited feeling happens. And non-physical reality is much more important than physical reality now. You are into a non-linear thinking and flexible thinking, authentic. You are inspired and purpose-driven and compassionate and divine and liberated. These are the qualities of a 5D states of consciousness where you have realized your essential true nature. So, जो न होत जग जन्म भरत को सकल धर्म धूरी धरनी धरत को. Had Bharat not been born into this world, who on this earth would have championed the cause of virtue in its entirety? Thank you so much. Infinite gratitude to all of you who are watching this. And of course, kindly share, subscribe, and like the Yogic Realization YouTube channel. And thank you very much and stay tuned for the next video. Thank you.